West Valley area officers responded to a radio call for a 415 man with a gun at an apartment complex in the 6400 block of Reseda Boulevard. The caller reported that the suspect was trespassing inside the apartment complex and shouting obscenities while armed with a handgun.
Hello?
911, do you need police or paramedics?
No, I just went out of police department.
Okay. What's the emergency?
Yes.
What's your emergency?
The emergency is like I'm leaving at 6-4 Reseda, and I see a guy with a gun.
On the street?
In the building, inside the building. He's screaming.
Is he white, black, Asian, Hispanic?
He's Armenian.
What color shirt or sweater?
Sure. Hold on. Black pants. Sure. It's kind of like a purple with the numbers in the back.
And where does he have the gun right now?
Huh?
Where does he have the gun?
In the hand. In his hand.
What color is it?
It's like a revolver. It's kind of like right, and he's screaming around the building.
Is he threatening anybody or trying to find somebody right now? Do you know?
He told me because I'm the property manager in here. And he told me like go inside.
Okay. Do you know what unit he lives in?
No, he doesn't live here.
Okay. We'll send some help right now. Your name and phone number, please.
My name is.
Okay. Help will be there shortly. Call us back in case anything else changes. What's that unit? 415 man with a gun, 64 Reseda Boulevard. Suspect is a male Armenian wearing a purple shirt, black pants, carrying a silver revolver handgun. Code 2 incident 3012 RD 1033.
The suspect was later identified as Yervan Sarobian.
Area 18 has eyes on the suspect on the north side of the complex walking towards Reseda.
He's pointing it at us now.
Hey, can you show us back for my current location?
Alright, he's shooting in our direction. We're going to get a little altitude here. Let's make this a house call.
All units, officer needs help 640 Reseda Boulevard. Officer needs help 640 Reseda Boulevard.
Sarobian pointed and fired the handgun at the air unit, which prompted officers in the air unit to request help. The tactical flight officer directed Sarobian via the public address system to drop the handgun. However, Sarobian did not comply. Upon the arrival of responding units, a community member, along with the air unit, directed them to Sarobian, who was still armed with a handgun and still located in the parking lot.
Currently, nobody walking around inside. We've told them to lock it down several times.
Yeah, so all right, shield only, taser, DCO, arrest team. I got 40. Sarge, you got comms. Clear. Just a resident. Church, back, go in your resident. Go inside. Go inside. White shirt? Watch left. It's open left. Clear, it's right
Nothing just your north. Just on your left. If he's leaning right up against it, you guys have the gun in his hand.
He's right here.
back up and call out. Back up and call out.
The officers made contact with Serobian and began issuing verbal commands to have him drop the handgun. However, Serobian did not comply. The officers also warned Serobian that his continued noncompliance would result in the use of less lethal force, which would cause bodily injury. Moments later, an officer discharged a 40mm less lethal launcher foam projectile round at Serobian. The foam projectile round struck Serobian, who then pointed and fired his handgun at the officers, resulting in an officer-involved shooting.
Is there anybody else on that gate? This guy here.
Hey! Drop the gun! Drop the gun right now!
Tell him he's gonna get shot if he doesn't drop the gun.
You're gonna be shot if you do not drop the gun! Drop it right now! This is Los Angeles Police Department!
Give him the 40 warning.
Yeah, 40 warning. If you do not drop the gun, we may use less lethal, and it may hurt and cause serious bodily injury.
Tear up, move your head. Move your head, I'm gonna take a 40 shot. Yeah?
Drop it!
Okay, if
Good.
you're approaching, then that
Ready?
Go.
40 up, 40 only.
Drop the gun! Shots fired! Shots fired! Officer needs help!
Is there anybody else on that gate?
He's right here. Right here. Hey! Drop the gun! Drop the gun right now!
Tell him he's gonna get shot if he doesn't drop the gun.
You're gonna be shot if you do not drop the gun! Drop it right now! This is Los Angeles Police Department!
233 making contact with the suspect.
40 warning.
Yeah, 40 warning. If you do not drop the gun, we may use less lethal, and it may hurt and cause serious bodily injury. Yeah, I got it. Drop it!
Okay, if you're gonna approach it, then that you
40 up, 40 only.
Drop the gun! Drop! Shots fired! Shots fired! Officer needs help!
Serobian was struck by gunfire, dropped the handgun, and fell to the ground. The officers continued giving Serobian verbal commands to show his hands as he had fallen in close proximity to the handgun. However, he continued to move toward the handgun. As a result, an officer discharged an additional 40mm less lethal launcher foam projectile round at Serobian.
Do not move! Let me see your hands!
Where's the gun?
Let me see your hands! Put your hands up right now!
You hit him with the 40 again, he's moving. He's moving his arm, heads up. 40 up, 40 up, 40 only!
Drop the gun! Let me see your hands!
Shortly thereafter, Serobian was taken into custody without further incident. The officers rendered medical aid to Serobian by applying direct pressure to his wounds and performing cardiopulmonary resuscitation, or CPR, until paramedics arrived. Los Angeles Fire Department paramedics responded and took over rendering medical aid to Serobian. However, despite life-saving efforts by the officers and paramedics, Serobian was pronounced deceased a short time later. Investigators recovered a Smith & Wesson 6-cylinder revolver with 6 fired cartridge casings inside the cylinder at the scene and booked them as evidence. Investigators discovered multiple bullet impacts on a wall adjacent to where the officers had been positioned during the officer-involved shooting. These bullet impacts were determined to have come from the rounds fired from Serobian's handgun.